And welcome back to episode 230 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm fucking Monaco's.
Sponsor me, baby. I buy y'all every day.
You need a sponsor from fucking Monaco's, boy. Oh, pre-made cocktail head ass nigga.
So we can use they ads, man. Get us some sponsors, man.
You know, we got the guy CT and AA Ron. What's happening?
What's going the other week at it, man? What's good? What's good?
Shit, man, I can't call it. My team ain't been healthy. We done dropped 2 places in the
Lakers beat that ass.
The standings.
The Clippers one was worse.
Yeah, the Clippers when we lost by 2 and we was winning the whole game.
Up 30.
Yeah, that was
and then Paul George happened.
Mm-hmm.
Typical Cleveland Cavalier fashion, though.
I ain't seen Paul George play like that since he was probably a Pacer or something like that.
Yeah, he was going off.
He literally put the team on his back, like, and then with the game winner.
Hart wasn't doing bad either.
You didn't see the game winner when he made Moby fall?
No, I missed it.
No, I didn't see that.
What? Oh,
yeah,
my Lord. Like, it came back from 30 in the second half. Paul George went crazy in the fourth. I think he had 21 in the fourth.
Damn.
And then,
yeah.
Then he hit it was ice, top clock going down. He ISOing, he bobbing that thing. He driving to his right. He pulled back. I think Mobley really over his foot, but you can't really see it. It don't look like that. And then Mobley like fell into Jared Allen's leg, so it looked even worse after he hit the shot.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, it's only like 2 seconds. It was like 6 seconds left, and then Paul.
Oh, you cutting out that Arizona sunshine.
Let me turn this off.
That Arizona sunshine done burnt out your motherfucking Wi-Fi.
He got that Pornhub running in the background.
Nigga doing double duty.
Don't eat that.
Y'all niggas is ignorant.
There's always 1 week out the month where you might.
Marcus a fool, man.
You know?
It did hit the 90s this week. This is the first week of them 90s out here.
90s?
I'm cool on that. We ain't even touched the 80 yet. I'm happy about it.
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool on all that.
Yeah, I got touched up last week, didn't it?
What you talking about?
Oh, tornadoes?
Oh yeah.
No, it was just bad in general.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. I mean, it was gloomy. It wasn't bad. Like, it was a couple of like light drizzling days, but yeah, no, them tornadoes hit.
My brother sent me a video of some hail. I should look like.
Oh no, we didn't get that. It was hailing. If it was, I wouldn't.
Did it?
You was
A
out
little bit.
Did it snow there?
No.
Nah.
It didn't snow. There's a little bit of hail though.
In Cleveland, I think it snowed because I think in W like the Final Four was there for the girls, and then some players was like, "It's snowing out here in Cleveland. It's crazy."
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
We gonna talk about women's basketball. We gonna.
What, the NCAA?
Coach Staley? Talking about Coach Staley and them?
Well, I was gonna say Caitlin Clark, and then
I'm gonna go Caitlin Clark first. Yeah.
Then the whole South Carolina team, because It wasn't Iowa. It was Caitlin Clark against South Carolina.
But you knew that. They knew that last year.
Yeah, I know. And they got worked out.
That's what I'm saying. So like I'm not trying to take nothing away from Caitlin Clark. She's a dog. She's by far one of the best female basketball players we've seen in
a long time.
Yeah, I'll just say a long time. But I feel like Charlamagne, you can't just put her above the winners. They won. South Carolina won. They're one. Caitlin Clark is 2. Iowa's 3.
Okay. However you put it. I'm just saying the fact of the season was her in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they had a girl at South Carolina. She was the best basketball player in the NCAA. I forget her name. But, no, she played for South Carolina last year. You don't remember?
Oh, the Brazil chick? There's a chick there from Brazil.
Because she got drafted. The whole South Carolina team got drafted.
Leah Boston?
Yeah, her. That chick.
Yeah, because she went to Indiana. She got drafted number 1 in Indiana too. So yeah.
Yeah,
the chick CT that you're friends with?
Jackie Young is the chick I'm friends with.
Right.
But yeah, Caitlin. I mean, I wish her all the best. I honestly like. I hope she stirs it up. I hope that she takes at least a meeting with some of these people who are talking about they'll pay her more just to get the WNBA shook up a bit. Shake the shit up.
I thought she already cleared for the draft. I thought
she
did.
Mm-hmm.
She's about to play for the Indiana Fever. They already moving games to bigger arenas. So she's doing the right thing. I think that she's about to turn the WNBA up. So they got to get paid more.
I don't know how much you can turn it up though. This happens.
The TV sales is going up.
But this happens all the time though.
This did happen with Brenda Griner.
Yeah, this happens. No, it happens all the time. It's to the point that what's the white girl, the point guard, the Italian girl or whatever?
What girl?
No,
is she still playing or retired?
No, she's still playing, I believe.
WNBA.
No, she might be retired.
Diana Taurasi?
Yeah. Taurasi was talking about.
She plays for the Mercury.
This happens all time and time again, where we care about female players while they're in college, but once they go to the pros, people tend to forget about them, and we do it all the time. We'll pick another young girl in college that we'll get behind, and people will stop talking about her in WNBA. Now, Caitlin Clark, I think, is a little bit more.
I think that has to do with the fact that there are so many male people that went to Iowa that are checking in on that, so they have like a attachment to it. Like I was watching Ohio State women's basketball when they were in the tournament. I was checking them out. They made it to like the second round. You know what I'm saying? I check them out because I'm an Ohio State fan.
Right.
I'm not a fan of any WNBA team.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
My attachment to basketball, when it comes to women's basketball, is more closer to college than it is.
That might be a great explanation for it, because I feel the same way. I feel like that's why I watch women's college more than I watch the WNBA.
Right.
You're gonna start seeing way more people watching WNBA.
I do think that Caitlin will bring a lot of people with her to the WNBA, but it's really no comparison when you think about how people follow college. And I think it's because of what Aaron said right there. Because we're Buckeyes. So Buckeyes means we'll support the hockey team, the volleyball team, the females basketball team. But once that one goes from Ohio State to the NBA or the WNBA, it's like that, well, you're not Ohio State anymore.
But that's because y'all don't have any professional teams here, though, besides the Columbus Crew. That's a little different.
But I agree with that's a good point as well. But why is it that it's happening across the board? It's not just happening in Ohio. It's to the point that she spoke out about it. Because she was once that girl. You understand what I'm saying? She was once that girl that everybody was like, oh shit, she gonna get to the WNBA and they gonna be making hella. No, doesn't work like that.
The social media wasn't what it was when she was coming up.
I agree.
She's about to have her own shoe when she come in the league with Nike. Like it's about to be different.
And you know, it's another good point, Cliff. To CT's point, is the women you're talking about were few far in between with the greats, right?
Right.
We're in a generation right now where there's a lot of there's 5 or more balling at dog ass.
And a lot of no, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead, CT. No, go ahead.
But a lot of those girls had to go play
You are right.
overseas and make that bag during the off season. Now they don't have to go overseas. They chilling now. They can just play in a W and make that bag.
What make you think that?
What you mean? What make you think that a lot of the girls they starting their own leagues like Brittany Grinder and I think some Aja Wilson starting a league down in Florida for the girls, so they don't have to go overseas where they can just make their own money.
Oh, like a minor league, like a G League type thing.
They go like a
farm league team.
Yeah.
Probably like a NC what is it?
Like an OTE.
You talking about like that little,
like the overtime league, like something that's not a part of this organization but can still bring in revenue for the area. But that's going to take a minute to develop as well, because if the WNBA is struggling like that, it's not going to be hella motherfuckers showing up to those games, and they're definitely not going to be televised because you're going against the powers that be.
You can join the Big Three.
Televised
Big
for
Three
sure.
team.
They don't even televise the OTE games, the overtime games, and we're getting draft picks from them. You got to go to Amazon Prime to watch a documentary. If you're going against the big names, the monopolies, the NFLs, the NBAs, the only reason why the XFL works is because you got the Rock in them behind it. But if you're going against them, they're going to make it as hard as possible for you to be able to take any TV time away from what we got going on.
Now when these big name girls are coming, they bring Kaylin Clark Page and them in.
Watch, Brittany Griner's games for her league is going to be played at 12 o'clock noon on Mondays. Times where nobody else can watch it unless you at home, or they going to make sure you don't get a TV spot that generates any revenue.
Let's see some black.
You see, I think the Fever just picked up 40 televised games this year. That's crazy.
Now that you will see expand.
That's gonna bring in way more money for these girls. TV, like ESPN bag, like that's what I'm saying. Like they finna get way more money.
No, I'm not doubting that.
In the building, they finna sell out way more tickets. Like
I'm not doubting that at all. I'm just saying that I don't think we're at a point where, one, they're gonna be paid enough to where they're not looking for elsewhere to play, and two, where we'll have somewhere substantial enough here for them to play for a few years.
Nah, I think this game is changing over the next 3 years. It's gonna be crazy.
I've been said it though. I just don't understand, and it's no disrespect to the women, but a lot of the reason why people don't watch is because they're not dunking like the niggas is dunking. You give them a smaller ball, put them on a 9-foot hoop. Put them on a 9-foot hoop.
They're shooting the ball more though. I think a lot of girls are still like they.
Well, yeah, they're shooting more because Curry happened. But either way, we don't watch
like
for the shots.
They brought Sabrina to the men's All-Star game. Like the game is expanding. It's gonna be crazy. A lot of dudes wear Sabrina's shoes.
Most people don't watch for the shots unless you just going off like Steph and you just can't miss. Nobody's watching for your 3-point shots. They're watching for you dunking, driving, hitting the lane, doing all that. And when you're a young lady going at a 10-foot hoop, it's only going to be 4 or 5 of y'all that can get up enough to even graze the rim with your finger. Let's lower it.
Some got hops, but they're still short.
Right, let's lower it 9 foot. If you're going to make the ball smaller, make the hoop lower. If you're going to acknowledge they need that's what I'm saying. If you're going to acknowledge they need a smaller ball, a closer 3, lower the rim. The only issue with that is everybody came up playing on 10-foot rims. You know what I'm saying? So now you're changing it. How many gyms are equipped for 9-foot rims? Like it would take so much to do that, but at the same time, that would bring in the excitement where you would see, ooh, that bitch just dunked all over everybody. Now I'm interested to see. You know what I'm saying? Now you've evened the playing field.
That's how the NBA bounced back when they had that rule where you couldn't dunk for a while in the NBA. Then the ABA came out and they were like, yeah, you can dunk. We got 3-point line, all type of shit.
Oh, you talking about some way back shit?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it worked then though. Is what I'm trying to say. Like it saved the men's game.
Right.
That's exactly what it did.
Nobody wants to see anybody out there just throwing up layups and shots. Nobody wants to see that. And I don't mean there's no gender behind that statement. I don't want to see dudes do that.
Right.
Not trying to see it. Unless it's Kyrie Irving, I don't want to see you throwing up layups and shots. I don't want to see it. I want to see oops. I want to see somebody get aggressive and dunk and stand over somebody. I want to see all of that. And if the women's league can't offer it, I'm just not as interested. That doesn't say that. That's not to say that other people wouldn't be. I'm not as interested. But the moment they start dunking, and it's a lot more. I'm tuning in.
Women just all of a sudden just start being on 2K mode where they just dunking now. That'll be weird.
But why can't they though? We have the rim at an ability for men to make it a 2K video game for men.
Women over the years, women play basketball for years in the 15th.
No, it's not. They have, but they haven't started dunking since Britney. Lisa pulled one off. Yeah, she pulled one or two off, but even hers was.
It was a rim rattler.
Right, and you was 7 foot.
Nah, she's like.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. I'm saying you was the biggest one out there on the court. If you can't do it, who else can do it?
Brittany would dunk sometimes in college.
Right.
She's 6'8".
Right.
6'8".
And that's what I'm saying is that's not the average. Those are your bigs. You know what I'm saying? Those are your 7-footers in a male's league. So if we raise the rim to where only 7-footers could dunk and the regular Joe couldn't get up there, then what? We would be playing on a 12-foot?
To be fair, I'm 6'5", and my dunk looks very much like I got the Lisa Leslie dunk packet.
Right. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying when we playing with our pros, I want my pros to be able to have the optimum capability of looking great, being great and looking great. Now, it's set up that way for the men, not so much for the women. Nobody wants to go to a Little League game because that's all them little bastards do all day is just throw up layups, just hurl the ball at the hoop, try to, nah.
You want to see the little kids cross and shoot 3 too. We ain't worried about just dunking.
But we understand that when we're watching a youth league game. We understand that nobody's big enough here to dunk. But that's the issue is you're trying to, when you, youth league games, you're not paying ticket prices like you are for the WNBA. If you're going to make me pay, if you're going to spend taxpayers' money to build stadiums, if you're going to do all of that, it better be a better product than a youth league game. That's it. That's all. Why am I going to pay all this money when my nephew's playing next door? That sounds like I'm shitting on shit, and I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Because these girls can ball. A lot of them are a lot more technically sound than a lot of the men are. But it doesn't. It goes by the wayside if they're, again, for lack of a better word, they're not set up to look as good as they can playing in the court that they're playing in. If you're gonna move in the 3, give them a littler ball, lower the rim for them a little bit, just a little bit. That's it, and you got my attention now. Once more than just your 6'8" women can dunk, you got my attention.
Cool off that.
You said you cool off that.
I ain't trying to see Jackie go to the lane and dunk it. That'd be.
Why not? Don't you think she wants to see herself go to the lane and dunk it? I would love it. What you mean? And I already know how the women get down. Listen, let one of them dunk on a woman and she hit flat back on the court. she might get twerked over. You hear what I'm saying?
I just pictured that actually.
I'm just clowning. Aaron is stupid. Oh shit! Aaron done been down there in the A with the one league for too long. What was it? Basketballs and butts or whatever. The butts.
They said it lasted like 2 years, 2 years ago, some shit like that.
The A got some good hoopers on their WNBA team.
The Dream.
I mean, it's gonna be
they're
good hoopers around. You gonna find them.
Every team is like getting like that though now.
They should be.
They need to expand, and they're probably
They are expanding. They just put a team in the Golden
Right.
State, the
They
Bay.
need to play more games too, though. 40 games ain't gonna cut it. Like by the time you think about it, WNBA season be over with. For real.
That's the only thing they need to do.
You need to add like put 60 on the board. Do 60. Give me 60.
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, you right. Because I'll be betting. I was betting with them last year, and I was hitting a lot of plays, and then sometimes they be off for like a week, and I'm like, man,
You get hella time off. Oh damn, a week.
I know. I'm like,
In the season?
I swear,
Mm.
I'm like, man, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
no, but me and Mark was talking about it before the what's the name? I think Don Staley might have a firm spot at. Mark was saying he thinks that. I was saying she might have a firm spot of the best player coach in the history.
I don't know. I think what's the coach for the Aces though? Becky, she's the best.
Becky Hammonds, she ain't done what Staley did though. CT.
Staley got 4 Coach of the Year awards in 5 years.
Staley got 4 coach. Yeah, and then
A national championship.
Dude,
she did
she had 3. She has 3.
3 what?
Yeah, she got She got one with Asia Wilson, and then she got one with Leah Ball.
Got 3 of them.
Well, I'm playing. Did she win 3?
She has 3 coaches. Let me look that up.
Yeah, playing. I know she won one playing.
Becky was with
There you go.
Popovich. I think Becky won a championship in 2014 with Pop now.
Yeah, but that's as an. I'm not trying to take that's as an assistant. We're
Becky
talking about,
got back-to-back WNBA titles already, and she's been there 2 years.
yeah, but CT again, we're talking about what Staley did as a player individually when she played.
And then as
Becky
what you're doing as a
Becky
coach.
played too.
But Becky didn't do what Staley did on an individual level or a person. Becky's just now getting to that. I get what you're saying. The head coach spot, getting hurt. Like, don't get me wrong, that's amazing. But on the like personal accolades, you match them up, they're not even close.
She has 3 national championships as a coach.
Right.
Right.
She took over in 2008, so she has 3 as a coach, and she played in like the late 80s, early 90s and shit.
Right.
Becky ain't do all that, CT. She's great though. Don't get me wrong, but she ain't do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even saying with the women. I'm saying in general. I'm saying across the board.
Right, men,
Listen,
women.
Gino Ariano.
I'm saying across the board too.
Ariano.
You saying Becky Hammond across the board?
Yeah.
You crazy as fuck.
Shit, I like Cheryl Miller more than I like Becky Hammond.
But what Cheryl Miller do? Yeah, what she?
Right.
She just plays.
Yeah, but what did you do coaching though? See the fact. How do you have somebody winning?
As a player, I like Cheryl Miller.
We talking about 4 Coach of the Year awards in the past 5 years, 3 national championships in what 15?
And she's lost like 2 games.
Her record is crazy.
Those stats alone are insane. And then think about her as the actual player she was. I don't think that there's been anybody that's really done close to that on both sides of the playing and coaching. And her coaching career is relatively young.
Yeah, no.
She's still in the adolescence of her coaching career.
She's just getting
So is
started.
Becky.
But once again, CT. So what did Becky? So what did Becky do as a player?
I'm about to look.
You know what I mean? That's my thing. And then I get what you're saying about Popovich, but she was, let's be honest, she was the Robin. She was the sidekick.
But she was also, absorbing game. Goddamn it.
Right. No, I'm not. Yeah.
I
mean, go ahead, Cliff.
In this, I'm not starting out good this episode.
Right.
I don't mean to be sexist, but I think assistant coach should be the natural path for women to a head coaching position. Because again, going back to the WNBA and the NBA, two completely different styles of play. NBA males, NBA a lot more physical. And I understand you being great on your side of the court, but now you're coming to mine. And I need you to have some time to see and understand what's going on here from the bench, not just the television position, before you take over as the head coach. You said what? Do I remember what?
Remember that Whoopi Goldberg movie from back in the day?
Eddie.
Yeah.
She coached the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that a woman couldn't coach basketball. Not at all. I think that we're definitely going to see multiples in it. And I think that there's a few spots that could be taken currently. I'm just saying I don't know if the players themselves will respect them coming in like that on a head coaching role. And it's like, you ain't played this ball. Those moves you do work where you played, but this ball's different.
I got an elbow this man.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to take an elbow trying to do what you want me to. I'm not.
Becky Hammon played 16 seasons as a player between New York and San Antonio as a silver star, or whatever that means.
Jersey retired in both.
She was a 6-time All-Star, led the WNBA in assists per game in 2007, and she earned 4 nods to the All-League team. That's great. That's amazing. But I still don't think that probably adds up to Staley's accolades, though.
It probably don't, but coaching, it's up there.
But how can you say that? Because, like you said, Becky just started. Staley's still new too, but Staley's already came off hot. Like Staley says.
But Becky also coaches in the pros.
Right.
First woman that can do that.
And I think that's a little different too, right? Because even I would imagine even the game from college women's basketball to WNBA changes drastically. You're not about to get no career record with only 2 losses in 14 years in the WNBA. That shit don't happen.
The WNBA is like when NFL players you had to want to play, right?
Right.
You got to out during the summer and shit. You have to want to be out there, so they're passionate. That's kind of what them girls is like.
Yeah,
you gotta want to be there.
Comp steps up a lot in the WNBA, so it is going to be a lot harder for her to pull off the same coaching accolades that Staley is in college. And then you got to think recruiting is a lot easier than drafting as well.
Well, to play devil's advocate, Cliff, Las Vegas Aces, you got to remember, that's an expansion team. And you know who the owner is of that team? Same
Mark
owner of the
fucking
Raiders.
Dickhead ass Davis.
So what I'm getting at is, you know how much money they probably give them expansion teams when they start up to work with a budget? And they had them draft. Think about their draft picks. CT, I know you know better than me, but the Aces, because your homegirl played for them. But think about them draft picks, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Wilson, Jackie Young.
You see what I'm saying? What's that? Kelsey Plum? Is her name CT
Kelsey
too?
Plum.
Bruh.
Traded for Chelsea Gray. Going for a 3-peat.
You know, real talk. So I'm not trying to take away from Becky. Put it this way. I feel like, how do I say this? She's in a very good position with her team. Like the talent and shit she has. You still got to coach though. Don't get me wrong. But that's not a bad squad to have. You know what I mean?
That was the point. But I don't think that happens. That didn't always happen anyway.
No, because look at the Houston Texans when they first came into the league. They had an expansion team. They had money, but they ain't do shit.
And then I also think, and I may be wrong here, but I also think it helps to have someone who already owns a pro team running your expansion team.
I think the Titans wasn't the owner of the Titans the owner of the Texans? Like, didn't he move that team himself?
They were the Houston Oilers, right?
Right. Then they changed to the Tennessee Titans.
But then the Titans went to Texas. Texas.
No.
Y'all niggas is old as fuck.
No, they didn't. No, it was a.
I think the owner of the Titans got fired, and then when he got an expansion team, he went to the Texans. Something like that.
You might be right there. Yeah, you might be right there. Nobody moved though from nobody moved in that situation other than Houston to Tennessee. Houston Oilers to Tennessee Titans, but the Texans were separate from the Titans. Yeah, I think you are right. I think the owner was
because Houston can't use the Oiler. Houston can't use the Oiler jersey. Only Titans can.
Oh, really?
It's a little weird shit.
That's interesting. But where did that come from? Yeah,
I don't know.
Where were we talking about to get
Expansion.
Oh, talking about the Aces. Yeah, okay. Now I'm back.
Mark Davis.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't know. I don't think that happens. Like, I don't think you can use that as an example as to why she can't get, wins like that. Like, I think that was just a situation. And it's crazy, right? Because another team in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, with the NHL, almost won a Stanley Cup first year in. And I think it comes to the pockets of the place that you're moving to as well, which is why teams are like, let's go to Vegas. Right.
They won in 3 years. They've won.
I think Oakland will be there. Oakland A's will be there. 2000.
Oh, did they accept it? They accepted
like 2020,
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2027 or something.
And like I told you offline, Cliff, like I think it was like last week on the game. And Vegas is getting money off Vegas.
Yeah, no, you get money.
Don't get it.
You get money, but everybody has a
so
cap.
much money there.
That's why they put caps up. Everybody has a cap for that reason. Because some teams can endless money. LA has endless money.
Brian's trying to build a team in Vegas.
Who?
Basketball team.
You need to be worried about winning the championship before you're fucking
They're trying to
retired.
bring back the Supersonics.
I'm thinking about that bread.
Not the Vegas Supersonics.
No, they're trying to bring back Supersonics.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
They
Yeah,
also bring a team to Vegas.
yeah, I heard about that. I think we talked about that a while ago. But yeah,
That's interesting that they would get a women's team before the men's team.
no, I don't think so.
Not to say anything bad about it, but
I don't think so. Women's had room for expansion, and you can use it as the test subject. You know what I'm saying? I can see how I can get an idea of how this will go watching what they do.
And that's been working out perfect.
Right. All we need is my Raiders to show up.
Tom Brady got a little bit of
My bad, Cliff.
Ownership with who?
The Raiders.
Aces now.
He definitely has ownership with the Raiders. So he has the Aces too. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why would he? I'm not even being funny. Like all jokes aside, like why would he invest with the Raiders?
But look, Formula One
Might be opportunity, and then
Formula One is probably not Formula One, but Las Vegas is about to be one of the sports because they have all sports there. You got Formula One, you got basketball, you got baseball, you got hockey, you got football.
right.
Yeah.
And it's already one of the biggest tourist attraction cities in general. So you're gonna get your locals as well as people that come in to see these. That's a good
They was offering. Remember they was offering Jimmy G free sex. Remember the one place we
Oh yeah, the ranch, whatever that ranch was,
Yeah.
the something ranch.
They try to finesse them with prostitutes, man. That's fucked up.
They did, because I told Cliff about their roster when I went to their page. To see
The
what
Lone
they had.
Star Ranch address 42765 Losiano. No, I'm just
We don't know if Cliff's been there, allegedly.
I ain't never even been to Vegas. I'm just clowning.
He might have had a quiet weekend. Maybe nobody heard from him. Let me find out on hear from you one week and I can't get a hold of you. Find
me at 46725 Losiano.
I'm gonna call her too. Is there a guy?
No, he would be under the name Jimmy G.
Right. He got a whole different name.
Right. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
That's funny. I mean, okay, so yeah, I mean, How do we even get to that? Okay, it all started with Caitlin Clark.
We were just talking about Caitlin Clark.
Y'all want to talk about Bronny? You want to talk about
Yeah,
Bronny?
Throw that up. That was the.
How y'all feel?
I just looked at it when he said that.
college.
He ain't going back to college.
I think he will.
His daddy won't let him.
That's why that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We
Cliff.
finna see LeBron James playing for the Sacramento Kings.
No, we not.
You hear what I'm saying?
Hey.
So, well, go ahead, Mom.
I was just gonna say this real quick, Cliff, and you got it. I was just gonna say, like Cliff said, you know his daddy's in his ear. He's probably telling him, once you make a statement, once you make a decision, we James just don't go back on it. You know, we're doing it. That's all I was.
He probably should have told him the truth in the same breath. Like,
No.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say.
We need you to play next year. We don't need you to sit the bench somewhere next year. So
Well,
we want you to get better.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say here. Jeff T was on. Was that his show? Is that his show that he be doing?
Yep, his podcast. Yep.
Yeah, and he was talking. What was you about to say?
No, he said, let's say you got a podcast too.
Yeah, no, he was basically saying Bronny. He was like Bronny goes undrafted to the Lakers, and he was like Bronny ain't no college player. Bronny's an NBA player. A college player gotta get you buckets, and Bronny's too passive. What Bronny does do well is he passes the ball, he plays defense, and he can knock down shots if he has shots. He says that's an NBA point guard. So he might end up faring better in the NBA than he does in college. The only question is, where does he go in the draft? I think if somebody's smart, like Aaron said, somebody's smart, it may not be a Sacramento, but a low team like a Houston or something, snatch him up and hold his son hostage. Brian, you really want to play with your son that bad? You're going to have to leave LA. Come on over here.
Got your son at the strip club. He's
So
getting
many
a
young
private
people.
dance right now.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that, like hold him hostage. I just mean situationally, I know you want to play with him. Well, we need your talent here. We're not offering any trades.
It's all supply and
Ron's
demand.
not leaving LA. He's gonna get a stupid big deal with this. Oh,
It depends. What you better be able to, like they talk about this goddamn election every 4 years. You better find a way to rig the draft.
Ain't this
the
Bron's
play
free
has been
agency?
made, bro. The play has been made. Like
he finna. Yep, he finna.
Yeah, he
get
does it every
bags
year.
off
He doesn't sign anything more than a
2-year
year
deals,
anymore.
Yep. 2-year deals. Yep.
Oh, okay. So we know, fellas.
The only reason he signed that 2 year, and I'm sorry to cut you off, the only reason he signed that 2 years is because he knew he had 2 years until his son came out. But LeBron stopped taking anything over a 1 year deal. Not even in Cleveland, he would go year by year.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he did. I'm trying to tell you. He took the original contract when he first came back. After that contract was up, everything was annual. Look it up.
1 year deal. I promise you.
Look it up.
Well, it might have been. What do they call them? Is it like a player option, or was it maybe like a player option?
Nah, that nigga just signs 1 years.
No, he don't.
Watch.
All I was gonna say was,
Boom. Never mind. Hold on.
you found it,
he was like, boom, there in the hole.
right?
Oh,
But I mean, like
Yeah.
you said, I think it's supply and demand. You know what I mean? I think that's why LeBron may or may not like. Okay, so that's what I was getting at.
Okay, the first
Here it
deal.
is.
The first deal was
Go ahead.
46, a 4-year deal.
Right.
And it was another 4-year deal, 2007 to 2010. And it was a 6-year deal, 2010. Hold on. It was supposed to be a 6-year deal. Then he did a 2-year deal. Then he did another 2-year deal. Then he did a 3-year deal. Then he did a 4. Then he did a 2. That's the one he's on
I
now.
think the minimum he does is 2. That might be right. I mean, well, he's obviously reading it, so it's right. But like, that makes sense.
I don't know if that's right. That sounds like too many years from 2008.
It shows it. Hold on. 2003 to 2006.
Oh, okay. He started from there.
And then in 2007 to 2010.
Well, yeah, that time.
2010, 2013. And then he went.
Once he went to Cleveland, where was the?
He
What
went-
was them?
He went. He did one time. He did 2015 to 2016. He did a player option. He did 2-year
Right.
player option,
right.
and then he did.
Another player option.
It says 3 years for $33 million, but for the player option. Then he got traded to LA.
So he just does the player option with it. Then
Right.
Is what
Exactly.
It is.
So at any
He's
moment,
doing that.
at any moment,
So I only have to give you one, and then I can choose to.
you can choose to either keep.
That's what it is.
Either way, the second year that money's going up. If it was 33 million, it's gonna be 30, maybe 34 or something.
Right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
now you got to keep me.
No, I'm good.
The nigga's not dumb. I'm not saying he's dumb by any means. I'm just saying that it's gonna be.
And I wonder what is Rich Paul getting off of that?
You know, he's man. Come on now. They talking about LeBron's the first. You talking about LeBron's the first athlete billionaire? I bet you he been quietly getting to a
All his
B.
friends is millionaires.
Man, come on now. Yeah,
I
LeBron.
mean, beyond that, look who Chris Paul's dating. I mean, Chris Paul. Rich Paul's dating.
Paul.
Rich Paul.
I put it like this though. I mean,
eating.
You pick somebody who's of your caliber. That's what you wanted. You succeeded. You have succeeded.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure they
billionaire playing right now, and that's crazy, dog.
It looks like
billionaire on the court.
That is insane. I will say that LeBron statistically, he may not get the rings or the accolades that Jordan got, but statistically everywhere, ain't no
the rings the only thing.
Ain't no finals MVPs, ain't no defense player of the years. It was a lot of scoring leaders. It's a lot of
they cheated my guy.
Yeah, it's a lot that he. Let's keep it a buck. But
he retired. He retired.
Marc Gasol in 2012. LeBron should have been defensive player of the year. How he first team, and then Marc Gasol was second team, and he get defensive player of the year.
Eric, you say he retired twice and what?
Get on your ass.
You hear what I'm saying? He only played. He played half of LeBron's career.
I tried golf and baseball because I was too good at basketball.
You hear me? He played half of LeBron's career and did that.
He didn't win a championship till his ninth year.
Who? His ninth year?
Yeah,
No.
his ninth year. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think it was that late.
Didn't Jordan win in 1984?
1984.
I'm talking about Jordan.
1984, and he won 1990, 1991.
Yeah, Jordan won in his second year, right?
No,
he
it was like his sixth or seventh.
No, it's 90, 91. They played the Lakers, right? Then the second year they
kept losing to Isaiah. Hold on,
man. Look, they played the Lakers 90, 91. 91, 92 was the Blazers. 92, 93 was Charles Barkley and them in the Sun. He retired. 2 years off, right? 95, 96, Sonics. 96, 97, Jazz. 97, 98, Jazz. Check me out.
Yeah, because he three-peated, of course. It was easy when he three-peated.
I'm saying, though, he retired. He retired, came back and three-peated again, and retired. Come back again. I'm just saying.
He came back to the same team, I mean.
Yeah, and think about him on them lists, the list that he's on, how high up he is, and he didn't play half as long as LeBron for real.
That's interesting.
If he'd have played LeBron's length, there wouldn't be a list.
Now, play devil's advocate, the talent's different now.
LeBron is more talented than Jordan.
I'll agree.
I meant even who Jordan went against. He went against some
I'll
stuff.
agree. No, but see, I agree with you. The talent is a lot different now in the LeBron era than the Jordan era. But the balance to that statement is the play of the game. The play of the game was completely different back then. Yeah, you could get tackled going up to the rim.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's the difference. Now you can't get touched. If you put Jordan in an era where he can't get touched, you can't touch me or it's a foul.
You'd also punch niggas back then too.
If you touch me, it's a foul.
That was fucking
get a 2 piece off and then only get a game suspension.
Right. Might not even get suspended. They might get separated and put you on the bench for a minute.
What happened? I don't know. I just don't.
Listen, that's the difference. But don't get me wrong, I fuck with LeBron, but the whole point of me saying that is, points leader, Is he assist leader yet? I know he's not far from it if he's not already.
Hell no, he's not an assist leader.
Top 5. Don't make it seem like he ain't.
Okay, CT top 5 is top 5, but that's not number 1 Uno.
But we listen.
John Stockton said it so high. Right?
Yeah. John Stockton. Yeah. That's tough.
It's easy, just Carmelo. It was easy.
But yeah, nah.
Man, I'll say it was easy. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it was easy, but I do agree with CT to an extent. You got Karl Malone on your squad. Of course, you're gonna be the assist leader.
But hold on. But look at who LeBron's played with. Let's not act like he's.
But LeBron's not Karl Malone. Karl Malone was pulling. I'm pulling every time you give me the ball.
Look at the whack team.
No, I'm saying LeBron's assists. The people he's played with.
Assist wise.
Ray Allen's, Chris Bosh's. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving's.
But Karl Malone.
AD.
Karl Malone was different though, especially for the era. This is a guy who can shoot a spot up jumper from wherever. He's gonna hit you with a hook shot from wherever. He's strong enough to move you down to He's strong enough to move you down to the game.
I got a hot take.
He's number 4.
Carl was nice, but he wasn't him. Carl was a guy. He wasn't the guy. He wasn't the guy. Karl Malone was a guy. He wasn't the guy.
I think he wilding.
30,000 points.
I think
30,000 points.
That's fine. There wasn't that many big men back then like that for real. Let's be honest.
Yes, it
there
was.
wasn't. Nope.
But technically, Karl was the 4.
Right.
Karl wasn't the 5. Karl was just a big 4.
Big man back then.
But look, I'm saying
there was Patrick Ewing, there was Hakeem Olajuwon.
They were the 5 though. But they were the 5 though.
It was Shaq.
He's a 4. He's a 4. Look at the
Dikembe Mutombo.
Okay, but look at the 4s and the 5s now. Even with what y'all saying, look at the 4 and the 5s now.
Well, now that goes back to the Jordan conversation because now the game is prettier, right? Like the game is prettier, so I can dribble and cross because you can't push me, you can't run up on me and put body on me like that. So you got more skilled bigs down there because they know that they're not playing in a physical game where you could just get forced out of bounds.
Always getting the ball back then.
But a real dog is going to arguably have been able to do it in any era.
And I think Malone is one of them who crosses any era.
The mailman?
Hell no.
Look,
you hear me, CT?
Malcolm.
He don't even know about the mailman. Like, what?
Malcolm, Karl Malone.
The only person was stopping Karl Malone was Jordan.
Exactly. Karl Malone made it to the finals twice.
Right.
And he met a one person by the name of Michael Jordan.
Right. Jordan every time. He lost on some buzzer beaters and stuff. Like, he lost on a crossover buzzer beater. Like, he was losing.
So we're going to make an argue for Charles Barkley then, too?
Yes,
Charles Barkley was definitely different.
You know what
I'll talk about Charles Barkley before I talk about Karl Malone.
I can see why you say that. I can see why he says that, though. Charles Barkley actually put the team on his back and was carrying them to the... Malone did have pieces that help him be as great as he was.
What if Charles had a John Stockton?
Barkley was.
What does it mean?
I'm still going Malone over Barkley. Don't get it confused.
Hell no.
But
what does it mean though? Like basic, it means you delivered.
I'm saying what?
Delivered.
Listen,
Barkley was him. Only person who was his way too was Jordan.
You hear me, Karl Malone? It didn't matter if it was a last second shot, the first shot of the game. Give it to Karl.
But you got John Stockton on Hall of Fame dimer.
You right. You right about that.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Nigga, I hope you hit the nigga. I might have made the shot. John Stockton diamond like that.
Your little self ain't making no shot.
Hey, Cliff. On some real shit.
You out here just running around like this. Just running around. You
hey, Cliff.
Just running around, passing the ball.
And Stockton will put some elbow to you too. He wasn't a clean player. He'll put real life body on you and get down that court. I'll hurt you dribbling this ball down the court.
Yeah.
I would love to have a point guard who had that mentality. Like, I'm gonna hurt you while I'm out here.
So that elevated Karl Malone's game.
Yeah, it did. But he answered the call. Does that make
No,
sense?
the mail didn't always get delivered. It was delayed. Sometimes the package never made it.
He's still in the top 75. He still was a top 50.
Mark is stupid. Mark is stupid, man.
So how we gonna call him the mailman if he didn't always deliver though? For real?
He did for the most part. Look,
Because of one person.
here's the thing.
I'm just talking shit for real.
I know.
That didn't get to cross that line.
Right.
Richie Miller, Patrick,
Right.
Reggie,
all that type of
Patrick
shit.
Ewing, Charles,
There was a line in the sand that niggas just couldn't step over.
John King.
Now, what I don't, even though I am a Jordan guy, what I don't, how do I phrase this? LeBron's never had a squad like that. Even with the Heat, even with the Lakers, LeBron's never had a squad like the Bulls.
He had a starting 5 and a bench with Miami. Let's be real.
But he not like.
Let's put Allen Iverson.
What?
Allen Iverson did the same.
You said Allen Iverson what?
Did the same thing. He had
Right.
As who? Charles?
Allen Iverson was MVP that year, right? What was it?
2000 year in the year.
Well, it depends on what year we're talking about.
No, when
That's the year he met up with the Lakers
he was out. He
in
was
the finals.
Oh, okay, with Kobe and yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
saying
he was scoring leader.
He was the only nigga on that team.
yeah, Aaron said just him.
Right.
Yeah. So what are we talking about? So what are we talking about? Because imagine if AI had a team like the Shane Battiers, Chris Bosh,
Oh, no,
Ray Allen.
He did with the Nuggets.
Get the fuck out of here. He just washed up. He was washed up. CT, my nigga was drinking beer. CT, my nigga was drinking a 40 before the game, probably going out balling. He was washed up by then, for real.
No, he wasn't. What do you?
He was a shell of himself.
Finals.
That was 04.
He was a shell of himself.
I think 05, 06, they went to the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
They lost to the Lakers.
That's
Lost
fine.
to Kobe again.
Oh, one. That was like that. They lost to them in the first. Then he lost to the wait a minute. Was the Patriots? Oh, okay.
He wasn't in his prime though. You know what I mean?
Person didn't get there at the same time Melo got there. He came a year or two after Melo.
He was at the
Melo
end
was
of his
all-stars.
run. He was at the end of his run. He still has some
Uh-huh.
games, but he was at the end of his run.
I don't think he retired till 2012.
That's fine. Look at when Vince Carter retired. That nigga should have. Let's keep it a buck. Respect.
Because
Yeah.
Vince Carter was still a knockdown
Vince
corner
Carter-
3-point
No,
shooter.
he was-
So it's a lot of people that you bring in just to do that. It's a lot of people who make their career off of just doing that. Don't kick Vince out just because he's 40 and he can still knock threes down like these young boys can.
With 3 minutes a game,
Hey, look.
Oh, he was playing a lot with the man. The Magic.
he goes up to work.
Roy Jones Jr. basketball.
But yeah, I can see that.
He likes the game. He wants to play.
He's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if y'all know that this year's class.
Is he?
Yeah.
That
Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups made it too. Yep.
that off of the backboard half court inbound. Do you remember that? I can't remember who they was playing. I was watching it with my dad, and I can't remember who they was playing. And when they threw that,
Was it North Carolina?
no, it was in the. He was in Toronto. I can't remember who.
Okay.
Vince Carter, Toronto days.
I want to say it was like the Spurs or somebody. They got the
He
win
was clowning as a tar heel.
off of his. Dude was at half court and threw the ball, and it bounced off the backboard, and Vince caught it and ended the game with the oop. I'd never seen nothing like that in my
I
life.
think they got prime time Vince a driving dunk 97 on 2K type shit.
Best dunker in the game's ever seen for sure.
Yep, I'll agree with that. I don't even think that's an argument.
Is that
What?
I don't think it's an argument.
Not.
I don't think there's anybody
Dude was doing
close.
stuff, bro. Go
Malcolm,
look at.
Malcolm.
You gotta go look at
Malcolm?
it.
No, Malcolm. Is it unanimous? Come on, Pimp. Come on.
He jumped over a 7-footer in the
He was
Olympics.
nice.
So who's better than him?
I don't know. I'm always just up for the cause of debate. So
No, I like that in you. I like the contrarian
There's
in you.
no debate.
But my whole thing is you got to think about,
left hand, right hand.
because if you gonna try to throw out names, the easiest names would be Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine's. But have they done that in the game? One.
Dunk contest. Yeah.
This nigga did dunk contest dunks in games,
Bruh.
in traffic.
Crazy. In traffic.
It's crazy.
The embarrassment level is high.
He went to North Carolina, didn't he, for college?
Yeah.
Number 15, baby.
That nigga, man. Vince Carter was.
They said he
different.
dunked his first time in 6th grade.
And they got him a number
he's
one on a lot of these.
What? He's the best dunker ever, bro.
If my son dunks for the first time in 6th grade, every night you come home, we gotta oil up your thighs and make sure you're stretched out and lubricated. Yeah, you're not getting hurt early. We gonna make sure. I'm gonna be in there massaging.
Cut man, he a cut.
You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta make sure everything's right before you. You hear me?
I'm a cut man. Put the dry ice on his eye, nigga. That's just swell down.
Listen, I'm making. Yeah, if you dunking in the 6th. That means now you got enough power that you can pull a hammy, do whatever, and ruin before you even get there. We gonna make sure everything's right. We icy hot in your shoulders and all that. You're gonna be taken care of.
Man, that bag is.
They said you're gonna be taken care of.
That bag is there in the league.
That's crazy.
You went from Wendy's to Happy Meat.
But I mean, at the same time, no, I guess not. I guess 7th grade.
I can see you now that all the games were recorded highlights.
Well, I see why
right
you
the game.
Oh yeah, what was you about to say? I want to hear this.
I see why you would be so excited if you had a son and he dunked in 6th grade at 4'7" or 4'3", whatever.
I was waiting. I had to let you get that one off. I was waiting. I knew you had it cocked and loaded. Yeah, he just went up like jetpack. You think the Jordan logo's beastie? Look at my little midget from the free throw line. You hear me? That actually would be a hot ass logo. Like if you just had a nigga taking off from the free throw line and the ball straight up in the air like a floater before he gets there. Mm-hmm. That would be a hot ass.
Well, let's get some merch made. We gotta get the shit up and running.
Jordan would be like, it's too close to mine.
Right,
Sue them niggas.
Right, take
them
for
everything
they don't
Nike everybody be following.
Yeah, them motherfuckers catch on, especially some shit. Where to start? Yeah.
I need to get on my I never got it. I gotta get a tablet and my stylist. I'm gonna get on there and I'm gonna draw a midget Jordan logo with the floater and just put it on.
Dope. Hey, that's dope. See, look, I just gave you an look at that. Look how shit works.
I'm sure it's already out there.
It might be.
In the brand.
But it would still be my design, so even if it looks the same, I did it personally. I can give you the GIFs.
I just need.
Can't sue me. It's mine.
Well, I would sue because it's recorded. We're live. I came up with the idea as well. I need 2% of all proceeds.
I give you 0.2.
Right. Type shit. Judge, go back to the episode right here at this exact moment.
You hear me? But
yeah, I mean, Bronny, if he comes out, no Diddy.
He going somewhere.
He hit the transfer portal too.
That's what I was gonna say.
He going somewhere.
The draft's at
He's going back to college. He getting a lot of NIL money.
But like, why would you pour yourself out like that? Pick one.
To play with his dad.
No, you're a James. I understand what Aaron's saying. You're a James. There is no plan B. If you're coming out, you're coming out. You're not coming out and hitting the portal.
We'll revisit this soon. Watch, he's gonna be back in college.
If he plays for Tennessee or like
UConn,
some shit like that, What's the benefit?
I heard Ohio State.
There isn't one because if he comes back to the transfer portal, just like Jeff Teague said, now you're a James in college. People are going to expect you to score. Unless you get, and he's already trained with Gilbert Arenas, the number one go-at-it scorer in the league. If you can't get the drive to be the guy to score all the buckets training with Gilbert, that's not who you are. So don't try to go back to college and be somebody they expect you to be who you're not. Go to the league where you can succeed being you. Bronny can be a number one point guard as Bronny in the league. You're a defender. You have a shot. You're pass first. That's everything I want from a point guard. You got good size.
He can't guard these guards in the league. He's crazy.
Bronny's defense is top tier.
Not in the NBA.
Bronny's defense right now is top tier. I'm not saying that going to the NBA. I'm just saying that there's a lot of point guards who don't have Bronny's defense.
Right.
Who are
Patrick
like I can name a gang of them, but they're gonna be bad comparisons because where they lack in defense, they make up in offense. Because there's hella point guards that don't play good D, but their offense is what keeps their teams in the game. Steph, Kyrie.
I gotta
and
stop.
Bronny's struggling at both. So
Steph be getting steals here and there.
But steals here and there don't mean you play good D.
Man, come on. He's not trash at defense, though.
You're not trash, but you're not anybody I'd be concerned about at D.
I'm
not going into a game, and I'm not saying I'm a player, but just thinking with what I see, if I had y'all's ability, meaning the pros, I'm not worried about you on defense. I'm worried about my defense on you. The concern going into that game is not Steph or Kyrie's defense. It's what is he going to do to me? But when you going up against somebody like a Bronny, you could damn near compare Bronny right now. Wild comparison. But you could damn near compare Bronny to a Rajon Rondo with a better shot.
That's rough.
IQ is not that high.
You said that's rough?
Rondo, they talking about Rondo going to be the next UK coach already, but
No, Rondo has high IQ. Yeah, it is. But you think I don't doubt that Bronny's isn't.
Let me ask you this question: do you think Rondo can't shoot?
No, Rondo can shoot. He's just not consistent with his shot.
But so he can't shoot then?
No, because percentage-wise, he was kind of, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, even on Cleveland, he was around that 29% mark. When your shot goes below 30, now it's like, can he or can't he? That's when the question comes up. I won't say you can't shoot if you have a 28% 3-point, but I'll say I'm worried about it. But I would say baseline, if you're a shooter, baseline, your 3 should be at about a 30.
What you're saying is not lining up.
Somewhat. I'm not trying to hate on him because I like Rondo. I loved him in the Cavs. I'm just saying I wouldn't consider him a shooter, but I would always pass to him on the 3 if he was open. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to say always now that I think about it, but every time he was open on the 3, I would be looking to him unless there was something more guaranteed open.
I would say it doesn't make sense. Like it makes sense. Like it makes a lot of sense. So I think
he's not a shooter? Is that what you're saying?
No. It makes sense. So it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not following.
No.
But yeah, I think that's a decent. Who's the better comparison then? If not Rajon. You got a defensive point who is pass first. I think of Rajon.
Think of Rajon, defensive pass first.
Point guard.
Yeah, but
Bonnie's not even a good passer. Like,
I say Gary Payton over.
You don't think?
No, he's
no, like Rondo.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, of course not like Rondo because he hasn't been there to prove you're like him yet. But I'm saying, like, if I'm comparing him from, it's no different than how people do college players and be like, he's the next Kevin Durant. Of course he's not the next Kevin Durant because we haven't seen him in the league. But based on comparisons, he seems like he could be that guy. That's where I'm giving Bronny. Rondo.
I mean, you like his potential. That's fine.
Oh no, I think his potential would be above Rondo offensively, but that's the closest comparison I could give you to if I thought he came out in the NBA. A young Rondo. Because nobody thought Rondo was going to be that until, he was doing what he was doing in the playoffs with the Celtics. They was like, oh shit.
I mean, he's a Kentucky boy. What you expect? You know what I mean? That's how we get down. But,
no, he was having crazy numbers with the Celtics in the regular season. He would have like 12, 20, 15. With the Rondo.
I don't know. Bronny don't got that killer instinct in him to tell. You know what I mean?
No, that's why you got to go back to college. And
I don't think he's going to get anything from it.
They're going to tell him that at the NBA,
Trae Young will tear him up right now.
They're going to tell him go back to college.
Yeah, until they phone rings. And they get like, oh, that's bronze people. And let me stop. Let me shut up.
I mean,
that ain't going to make us win no ball cup.
No, but the thing is, certain people get more from playing with their, I don't even want to say playing with, because this is a different situation. We've never seen a situation where a son could potentially play with his father, but certain people can bypass books and get better experience being under the wing of their father. Like from a general standpoint, you know what I mean? The man that went to college may not know as much as the man who was riding his dad's coattail, learning everything his dad had to know, is what I'm getting at. So it may be a situation where Bron can even spin it to the team owners like, my son is great, he needs to be with me so I can show him what that is on this court, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And he may be better off than wasting another year being somebody who he's not. He's not a college player. He's not a scorer. He's not going to drop you 20 a game. He's not going to do it.
How do you know he's going to do that in the NBA?
Nobody said he was going to do it, but what he could be, John Stockton never dropped you 20 a game consistently, but he's leading the assists, isn't he?
I think that's where he should go now. I think he should go develop in the G League for a year or two.
Now that's different, right? Because see, now that's also the back end that nobody ever talks about. LeBron said he wanted to be the first player to play with his son. He didn't say for how many games.
Right. Exactly.
That nigga could get drafted or picked up by the Lakers, play 5 games, and be down in the G League.
Right.
He still completed his goal.
That's a good point, huh?
And then we can bring you back up once we hit this playoffs if we think we got a shot at winning, so we could be the first father and son to get a ring, if that's what it is. But just playing with you could be 1 game.
That's just gonna make the league weird. Brian won't even be doing that.
I just don't think I think people are being hard on him because of the name he has.
He's not hooping. Like, if somebody's hooping way better than you can't just bring him up.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But we also know how the Lakers play. And they're a very rotational team. He'll have a spot on the floor. May not be for a lot of minutes, but there'll be a time where him and LeBron are on the floor at the same time. The Lakers are...
boy. You want her to enter that?
Now that would be interesting. I would. No, I'm not going. Nobody. I'm not going to say like wishing bad on anybody, but I would like to see how that looks. Bronny not playing up to his father's expectations on the same team as him. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what that looks like in the media. I want to see what coverage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that a grab you around the shoulder and talk to you politely moment, or is that a grab your jersey like what are you doing out there? I would like to see what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting either way. We'll see how that go.
I just don't like it. Hopefully stay in college and develop, average more than 4 points.
I understand what you're saying, like, and that makes sense for normal people. But he's not a normal person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not the scorer of your squad, it doesn't matter what I do in college. It's gonna make me increase my draft stock. But if I'm a James,
that's why you transfer, go somewhere where you feel comfortable, where you can play more.
But you got to think, even when Bronny played on the Blue Chips, Sierra Canyon, you name it, he wasn't the number one scorer. That's not what he did. He was the assist guy. He was the number one block leader, even though he wasn't the big man. He was doing all that, but he wasn't the scorer. So much to the point that Drake gave the little nigga a necklace because he was fucking his mom. You know what I'm talking about? Little light skinned homie from Sierra Canyon, who was the real scorer of the team that Drake got with his mom and got him that little iced out chain. That's what I'm getting at. That nigga right there probably ain't gonna see the league.
I ain't heard about him.
Probably gonna see exactly. We haven't heard about him since then.
I think he played for Charlotte. Yeah.
Charlotte. Who?
Hornets. He went to UCLA.
How is he playing for Charlotte Hornets? If he was only a year older than Bronny.
I mean, look, I gotta figure out. Hold on.
Just like BJ Boston that played for the Clippers, like they all in the league. What are you talking about? Zaire Williams played for Memphis. Like he played on Sierra Canyon. Went to
but he didn't play with Bronny.
Yeah, he did. So did Zaire Wade.
Yeah, right, but
Amari Bailey. His name is Amari Bailey.
Yeah.
Amari Bailey, yeah.
He plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, come on. I know what it is.
This is rookie year?
Huh?
This is rookie year?
Second.
He joined in 2023.
So this is rookie year, right?
Yep. Round 2.
So I guess that would make sense from that standpoint because Bronny would be coming out this year. And he came out the year prior. So yeah, I knew he was a year older than him, but I didn't know he got picked up.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
A lot of dudes from Sierra Canyon teams in the league. Zaire played for Memphis. DJ played for
Zaire's back in the league?
He got drafted to the Memphis Grizzlies.
And they dropped him to the G League and he fell off of that for a while.
He must have been hurt.
Yeah, no, he was dropped.
He's been playing.
He
played in the playoffs.
He was definitely in the G League, and and even the G League team, I believe, released him. And he got picked up by another G League team.
Are we talking about the same Zaire?
He plays for the Cape Town Tigers.
Yeah.
Damn,
Zaire Wade.
I'm talking about Williams.
Oh, I thought you said Wade.
No, Wade. Yeah, I know he played in the.
I thought you said Wade.
Like African basketball league or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, no, I know who you talking about. That might be on me. I didn't hear Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Who's that?
Zaire Williams.
He plays for Stanford. Oh no, he plays for the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
Right.
Grizzlies. Yep, he played. He played with Bronny.
I knew he was older. I knew he was older though, because remember Bronny came in as a freshman for a little bit. Even when Zaire Wade was there, Zaire was a junior when Bronny was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you said what?
He's 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He definitely nice.
It's crazy how time
had a
flies.
Grizzly game the other day. Yeah, they still messing.
It's crazy how time fly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't have thought that he'd even been up there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a good year at UCLA. Got drafted.
Yeah, we know Drake ain't still with your mama. Hopefully you kept that chain. Hopefully you kept that chain.
He got
And he
his own.
cool with
His
LaMelo
own.
too, so that's kind of cool. Him and
Yeah.
LaMelo went back up.
Yeah, I
Cali
did
boys.
see that. I did see that. What y'all think of Giannis Antetokounmpo's calf injury?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them, man. But hopefully,
And they in the
We'll
2
see.
spot right now. I'm saying, and they 48-31. They everybody right on their heels.
so you got a week of basketball left. So
Got like 3-4 games left.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's a tough spot. Like, and I don't. Now's where we really see, did Dame Time come from Portland, or did Damian Lillard just get here?
He's been hiding behind
like it.
Giannis.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he definitely has.
Crazy.
He definitely has. We don't
Okay,
care about them.
go look
What
up
them?
the stats.
Yeah, no, we don't care about them 2, 3, 40-point games. You ain't been consistent like that.
30-point game. 20
He's
and 10.
every now and then. Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Nah, there's no way you can say that he's been playing like he played in Portland.
He's always under. He's like almost an under bet all the time.
There's no way you can say that.
That is bad.
What, that he's always under, or that there's no way
Yeah.
you can say that Dame is playing in Milwaukee like he was playing in Portland.
Of course, because he shot the ball way more in Portland. He got too
I
many
think-
dudes on his team to pass the ball to him. Listen, he be averaging.
But he don't even get a whole lot of assists like that. You can't even use that. He don't get hell of assists.
Oh, yes, he do.
Hold up, man. I'm about to pull up this.
Nah, he-
assists always
He
take
gets
the
them,
over
but
half,
not
man.
not consistently. He
Right.
he does better. He did better than, put it like this. How he plays now is how I was hoping Donovan played last year. So he is doing that, but you're not. It seems like Giannis has to be out the game for him to really turn it on.
Right.
Exactly. That's when he can go back to Dame mode because Giannis shoots the ball like.
But why can't you be in
Like
Dame
what?
mode with him on the court with you though?
Right.
Some nights I am, some nights I don't.
But
No.
that's my whole thing is I bring a team together because I expect y'all to play as a team. I don't expect you to feel like you can be you when he's off the court. I want y'all to be y'all together.
Well, he called the lane. They called.
No, I
the
get- I
different
mean-
style of game when Giannis is out on the court, you can't play the
That's
same
a
because
good point.
they don't guard him. He can't shoot the ball. So
That's
it's
a good
different type of
point.
thing. When Bobby's out there, Dame can really do his thing because Bobby can space him.
Right. No, that's a good point. That is a good point. But either way, I mean, it's not like you young Dame, you're a veteran. Get the buckets even with somebody clogging the paint. You're good enough to. Get them. It's an effort thing with me in Milwaukee with him. I almost feel like his effort died off the last year he was in Portland and he hadn't turned it back on yet. He's just good enough to score. Yeah, I'm good enough to score, but I haven't turned on Dame Lillard.
Well, I hope they just need ability to get to the playoff.
I don't know. I think a motorboat just rode by your house. I ain't hear what you said.
Mm,
You ain't gotta move.
On my head.
What you thinking about? Hey, Ron.
ah,
That nigga.
oh shit!
Look, he kicked it like me today.
My nigga was in the zone, auto zone.
I was just paying attention.
I think that is tough though that he goes down. I don't think they end up being number 2. Well, they can end the season being at number 2, but I don't know if you look like the number 2 team without Giannis.
I think they are. They can get past the first round without him.
Yeah, I think so. They would play the Heat's 8 right now. Who's 7?
You talking about the Bulls?
No, the Bulls are 9.
No, where I was
Atlanta is Atlanta in there.
Atlanta's 10. So the Bulls and Atlanta would play each other for the play-in. But who's 7? Because 7 would be who the Bucks would play. If everything was as it stood. I just can't think of who 7 is.
Oh, let me look.
I don't never really know the East. It'd be Boston, Milwaukee,
Bucks, New York.
Cavs, Philly,
No, now it's New York, Magic, Cavs,
Philly,
7, Heat, Bulls, Hawks.
No, the Heat's 8. 76ers are
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 76ers, okay.
Philly. And B's back too. It's looking scary.
Is he back?
7. He's back. He's been balling.
He's been playing ball, man.
With Jokic out there, well, not Jokic. Luka out there getting his triple doubles. That boy Luka. I think he.
No, they just been winning too. They've been winning a lot.
Yeah, the Mavs been on one.
Warriors won their last game.
balling too.
Mavs been
Warriors
on
win.
one.
Yeah, Warriors went on a 10. They 10-1 in the last 11 games.
Yeah, 11, because they 8-2 in the last 10. We just got
Who they lose to?
everybody
They only lost
fucking-
one game. They only lost to Dallas.
In the last 10? Let me see.
They beat the Lakers last night too. Had me mad. No AD.
Yeah, man. Warriors is. Man. Steph, my second favorite.
Them
player.
young guys, man, they are impressing me. Like Moody and Jackson, the dude from Indiana. They got some young guys on the team.
Jackson.
They lost to the Mavs.
I think that's the only team they lost to in their last 10 games.
The Timberwolves. March 24th.
March 24th.
Yeah, they lost to the Timberwolves 114-110. And they lost to the Pacers before that 123-111.
Well, they've been on a streak. I think they've been. Was that in the last 10 games?
Yep. Let me see. God damn it. How do I go back? There we go. So, the last game was the Lakers, so. The Timberwolves was, the Pacers wasn't, so that's the 8-2.
8-2, okay.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, we know the Warriors, if they in there, they got a shot. That's one of them teams that if they in there, they got a shot, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can't sleep on them.
The only issue is that y'all two would be the fight to determine who's in there.
You get knocked out. Yeah.
Right. And that's where it gets a little
Hectic.
yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, you know, like as much as I like to hate on y'all, I could definitely see y'all knocking them off, but I could also see it vice versa.
No, I mean, I like the Warriors over the Lakers 9 times out of 10. Most of the time, just because they've been playing together for a while.
I would say right now, currently though, I would say I like them 7 out of 3.
Yeah.
I can't give them 9 times out of 10. I like them 7 times, 7 times out of 10.
All right, I was like, I'm trying to do the
yeah, I was tripping. 7 times out of 10 is what I was saying, but it doesn't take. It doesn't. This isn't a series matchup. This is a play-in tournament. You know what I'm saying? And you're on the outside of it. You're not on the inside, so it only takes 1 game.
Right.
So if you got a 30% chance, then that 30 better hit for this 1 game.
You ain't lying.
Y'all see that Jonte Porter might be banned from the league
For gambling. Yeah, they still investigating though, ain't they?
today? He said today, like Adam Silver had a press conference and they might be banning dude from the league.
Mm-hmm. They said it was the cardinal sin.
Cardinal sin, yep.
Yeah, gambling. I understand why they said that, you know, in reference to the NBA, but bad choice of words, but
Cardinal sin.
you know, but no, you don't want your players gambling. You know, once that fucks up everything. Once it gets like
That's
that.
the whole league up, yep.
But listen, motherfucker said it. Motherfucker said that the gambling was gonna ruin the game, and here we are living through it. Because it definitely has been. And not only from a player's gambling standpoint, just the citizens gambling, I feel like they have influenced, you know, certain games because of money on the line type shit. But we here now. Shit, can't put that motherfucker back in the box.
Oh, Aaron dropped out.
Yeah, I knew it was only a matter of time. That nigga hit the showers.
He was bugging.
That's my nigga. He got hit him though.
Arrest warrant issued for Chiefs Rasheed Rice in connection to multi-car crash.
Oh shit.
He got 24 hours, they said.
That's crazy. He was a dog. Like, he about to be on that Henry Ruggs shit, Cliff and CT.
They didn't die. Nobody died though, right?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody died. I don't know.
God bless. God bless that young man, but
you know, they made an example out of Henry Ruggs. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what they'll do? I mean, I don't know.
And that's what they trying to do. Yep, NFL players.
it sounds like he gonna be all right though. It sounds like they gonna be lenient enough.
Why would they have an arrest warrant for you?
No, I'm talking about the Henry Ruggs situation. Nah, I don't know this. But of course they would have a arrest warrant for you because you did a hit and run. But Gervonta Davis did too, and he got no jail time other than the fact that they said he violated his house arrest. And he had to serve the remainder in jail. But he wouldn't have had to go to jail.
Right.
So he, God forbid somebody, was injured, but I would imagine he would be able
people
to.
Was injured.
For real?
Cause they was flying down that thing.
I don't get it. I guarantee. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. What I will say is, it may be smart for teams to implement like a rookie year suspension, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like where your rookie year here, you have to use team facility transportation. You know what I'm saying? If you're going out, you got to take an Uber or a taxi. There is no driving a car. You're not about to be, you know what I'm saying? You can drive your vehicle to go visit and do all that, but there's no, like, you're using transportation for anything around the city otherwise.
Right.
You got to give these kids a chance to mature, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I can't say I wouldn't. But I'm saying, though, you at least do it on the freeway.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's going the same way and not on a regular road. I'm not endorsing doing it on the freeway, but...
And it was a freeway.
For real?
I think it might have been the freeway, Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen a report that says former Ravens linebacker Terrell Suggs arrested following incident at Starbucks.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, out here in Arizona, in Scottsdale, I saw that.
Scottsdale.
You have an incident at Starbucks.
Let me see. I'm about to look up the alleged details.
Ain't none. How you have an incident at Starbucks?
Cliff said he already got to hit him. Let me see. All right, so allegedly threatening another man and showing a handgun during a dispute in a Starbucks drive-through line. They're charging him with threatening and intimidating and disorderly conduct with the weapon.
That's crazy.
At a Starbucks.
Oh, fuck.
These motherfuckers didn't get your mocha latte order right, and this nigga bugged out and said, nigga, if you don't give me a few more sugars right now.
Oh my gosh, he said not a Popeyes, not a...
You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about practice. We ain't talking about practice.
Extra shots of my mocha latte frappe.
You heard what I said, nigga?
You know he got CTE. No.
What
you mean you out of sprinkles?
Make my day. This is starting my day, and you fucking it up.
That's crazy, bro.
And you flash your gun at a barista, at a Starbucks barista. You flash your gun at a barista.
He was probably a minor too.
Right, you gotta hit the showers. That's an early hit 'em. That's an early hit 'em.
I seen Saints quarterback Derek Carr says he cannot wait to play old teammate Max Crosby and the Raiders next season.
They must have put him on the schedule.
You said, wait, what?
Saints quarterback Derek Carr cannot wait to play old teammate Max Crosby and the Raiders.
Okay. I don't know why my mind inserted a with, and that's where I was like...
He's going to tear y'all up, Cliff.
Man, he ain't tore shit up since he been in the league. He ain't tore shit up in Oakland. He ain't tore shit up in Vegas. He ain't tore shit up in New Orleans. He ain't never tore shit up.
He did all right in New Orleans, though.
They got a playoff spot, didn't they?
Yeah. And where are you at? You in the NFC, and you still couldn't get. You can get it. How many times Carr only been to the playoffs when he get a wild card spot, first of all, and then you can't do nothing with it.
He only threw 8 interceptions.
That's pretty decent.
25 touchdowns, 97.7 QB rating.
That's actually
No
not.
Michael Thomas.
That's actually not bad.
3,800 passing yards.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
He had a season like that in 2016 for the Raiders too.
That's what gave him all they hype on him.
I mean,
He
yeah.
ain't done nothing since. And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want flashes of greatness. I'd rather have consistency.
But who's
I'd rather gamble that we don't play you on the games that you're great if my whole team is consistent than have the guy who's great once every so often.
It's hard being
I don't
consistent.
want that. I don't want that player. I don't want, because that just says to me that you have talent but you're not comfortable, whether it's mentally, skill wise, whatever the case may be. I don't want that. I want the guy who can consistently give me this, because then I know what he needs around him. You know what I'm saying? But once you gambling on the guy who's just great once every so often, how many so oftens is it going to take for us to get a championship?
Right.
And does that align? You know what I'm saying? That's too much gambling. I don't want to gamble. I just want a firm defense.
Right.
Firm wall. But
Oh, shut her up.
Let me see something.
check for me if Donovan Mitchell's. Oh no, spit what you was about to. But
Yeah, y'all playing right now. Y'all winning 99-83. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes left.
did Donnie Brasco play?
He hooped tonight.
Let me see.
Looked like he hooped tonight.
That's my next project. I gotta get a TV mounted to this wall behind me.
Donovan Mitchell, 27 points, 8 for 16,
Okay, he played.
5 for 10,
I just wanted to know if he played.
4 rebounds, 6 assists right now.
I just wanted to know if he played. Because, listen, I understand he was hurt, and you dealing with a leg injury. That's deep. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that it was, lingering with the nose as well when we was going hard on him like that.
Mm.
But a leg injury, I definitely understand. But you only
You could tell he getting
played.
his groove back.
You said what?
You could tell he getting his groove back.
That's what we need. Even if you don't got your groove back, we just need you out there. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he
I
only
just be worried about the
played
bench now.
6 games since March 1st, that's tough. That's tough. 6 games is damn near
He should be rested.
2 weeks worth, and you a month and change. I'm hoping so, and I'm hoping his leg is back right. But at the same time, they
That's how
could have
Embiid look.
been smart about it, right? They could have been smart about it and was like, even if his leg has been right, let's sit him out. We going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he's absolutely 100 for these playoffs and
So
just
where we don't get fined either.
right. So we'll see how it go.
It's coming. I'm excited for them playing game. Hopefully, man, we can sneak in the.
This NBA mock draft is crazy for the 2024 NBA draft.
Yeah, everybody foreign other than the 2 UConn boys in the top 5.
Well, no, they
Whole
got
top
I
5.
think got Purdue dude.
I saw the Australian dude, the 7'1" Australian dude that won. I saw some dude from France. He's
I just put him in the chat.
he's a guard forward. I don't want to bring it up.
Well, yeah,
It'll block out but. And then I saw the UConn guard. What's his name? Can't think going at 3.
I seen Rob Dillingham from Kentucky with guard going at 3,
Yep, lottery, top 3.
which is crazy because he came off the bench. But he was
Yeah, I
a
know they're
dog.
gonna have another dude in there too.
Shepard,
You said who?
Reed Shepard, he's a white boy from Kentucky. He was I think he's a guard.
They got him going at 4.
They got him.
What about Coach Cal going to
Which-
Arkansas?
number 7?
Huh. Oh, you
Yeah.
just looking through the list.
No, they got on US. This is from USAToday.com mock draft from 7 hours ago. They got Reed Shepard, number 7, going to the Grizzlies from Kentucky, guard.
Right.
They got UConn dude going number 8, Stephon Castle, guard, going to the Jazz.
He wasn't on the top 5. He was, cause I can't remember which one I looked through. I know it
What
wasn't
y'all
like
think,
no ESPN.
how you think
or
how you think UK gonna be after Cal leaves?
Listen.
You know, UK is always going to be UK the brand. You know what I'm saying? You can't break the brand. You just change the face of who represents it. But man, it is going to be.
Is it gonna take? It's gonna be a rebuild, like for a few years.
I think it. Well, yeah, because shit has been a rebuild, bro. Like even though we get talent, it's we weren't getting it done. We hadn't won a chip since 2012.
But
You
yeah,
know-
I'm just saying, even just going to like Final Four and stuff. I'm talking about even y'all talking about. I'm talking about even making a tournament next year. That's probably gonna be tough for y'all because
Making a
I'm
tournament.
sure Cal taking all the recruits and the players.
So apparently, we're trying to get Baylor's coach Scott Drew as our next head coach. And he's a dog. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think it depends on who we get, CT, and like I said, what recruits we get. I already seen one dude.
I just think Cal was a big part of that program for the last decade, so it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, but think about all the great coaches UK's basketball's had where this has kind of happened at one point. You know what I mean?
They ain't got this many players to the league like Cal did.
Yeah, that's a different.
You see that All-Star
But
picture
see-
they had with Cal at the All-Star game?
Let's see okay, but see here's how I look at that, CT and Cliff. I want to see what you think. That's like, how do I say it? Like that's an accomplishment itself, no doubt. You know what I mean?
It is.
But your job, what I pay you to do theoretically in this situation, Coach Cal, is I pay you to win championships at this level. I want you to develop
That
players.
is not the problem.
That is the Cliff. What do you think? As my coach. I'm expecting
I
you to
thought it
develop and build these players to do whatever it is they end up
Mhm.
doing. You know what I mean? But I'm paying you, CT, as the head coach to win ball games and to win a championship, especially at a prestigious program such as Kentucky basketball.
We obviously winning if we're getting like 11
Nah,
guys in the first round.
I agree with you, Mal. It's either that or we're paying you for your name, and your name only lasts for so long.
He brought in so much money that he had Drake at the school. Like what?
So
LeBron was at UK wearing that merch and stuff. Like Kyle was a big part of that.
CT, look at it this way.
You're absolutely correct.
It's like a job, right? Let's take a manager at a job that has a team of, agents or associates, whatever you want to say, right? Let's say that this person has a great team, a lot of talent on the team, people who can get it done. Like let's say whatever goals, whatever they got to metrics, whatever they got to achieve, they can get it done. But let's say they're not hitting their numbers. It's great that you were able to get so-and-so to the different other department for a promotion. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, I got so-and-so promoted, this person promoted, man, all this, man, I just get everybody promoted. Well, what are your
They
numbers?
repping the brand too. UK every time.
But what are your
Starting
but
guard from the University of Kentucky. You know what
But
I'm saying?
okay, and they're going to say that's great for them. That's great that
A
you were able,
product of Calipari.
right. They're going to say it's great that you were able to help get them there, and that's great for them. But what have you done lately, Coach Cal?
What you
What have you
mean? They
done?
went undefeated and lost in the Final Four. What 2016 with Trey Lyles?
But we haven't won a championship, CT, since 2012, and he's been there. So you won one
I
championship.
mean, a lot of the collar teams ain't won championships in a while. Like
But one championship in 15 years, CT, almost 2 decades. UConn's winning them cliff back to back. And they're a great program. I'm not taking nothing away from them. I'm saying
always in the mix, so yeah.
But clearly they're doing something right. And I don't think that they have better talent than us or better recruits overall.
No.
Overall,
No.
they're doing something better, doing something different. You see what I'm saying, CT? He's not reaching like these other guys.
I think I'd rather get a lot of players to the league than just try to win championship. We winning on
But that doesn't benefit.
We get to the Final Four, like what?
But that doesn't benefit your statistics, your legacy.
Exactly.
It does boost these children.
Hitting the tournament every year. That's not.
It does boost these children, which is commendable. But those aren't stats on paper when you have to bring your resume to another team. I brought 96 niggas. I got them to the NBA. But how many wins did you get for the organization? Because that's what we're looking at.
A floor full of freshmen beating senior teams.
We know that the NCAA don't give a fuck about these players. They just here to make money. So we don't care how many players you benefited. What did you do for the organization that you coached for?
Program a lot. From when he first got there, they showed from when he started there to where the program is now.
I understand what you're saying.
Crazy.
I understand what you're saying, but these rich, greedy motherfuckers at top ain't looking at it like that.
Right.
What did you do for the organization?
That's what it say. Miss me when I'm gone. That's what that saying is.
But once again, in 15 years that he's been there, CT,
he got one championship, but don't act like he don't got no Elite Eight, Final Fours, like.
But that's not.
That's college basketball. What do you mean?
So okay,
you play to get to the Final Four.
Okay, if you want to be specific, he had
these last Final Four teams. What does that mean? What, freshmen out here?
So he had
Harris and them.
He had 6 XCC tournament championships. He was a runner-up finish in 4, and he had 4 Final Four appearances with Kentucky. You had 4 Final Four appearances with Kentucky in 15 seasons.
And he started a trend. Go get freshmen. Nobody was doing it. Coach K wasn't doing that till Cal did that.
I'm not disagreeing, but in his contract, it doesn't say the big money that you want, this big contract you want, Coach Cal, we're paying you to get.
Deion would say the same shit. Deion would say, I'm here to get these guys to the damn NFL. Like, what are you talking about?
But that's not what the organization is paying Cal to do.
He'll lose his job doing that.
Right, and that's
lose his job.
Yeah,
he didn't lose his job doing it now. He left on them.
No, to be honest with you, here's what I think happened, and it could be coincidental. They met with Coach Cal, Kentucky, that is, a couple days prior to him announcing he was thinking about going to Arkansas, considering Arkansas. They never said what the outcome of that meeting was. They had rumors that it was just reconstructing different things and talking about going forward and changes. They never said exactly what the plan was. What I think happened is they said, we're not going to fire you, but we're going to allow you to seek other opportunities and make it seem like, you're just moving on. That's what I think they did, out of respect for him and his legacy.
They know that program not going to run the thing without him.
No. Again,
top draft picks and shit. That shit's out the window.
No, I don't know. I really don't know.
DT, they thought the same thing with
Watch Arkansas be the school. They still SEC too. They finna go.
Don't get me wrong.
Still Kentucky.
Don't get me wrong. A good coach in college. I'll preface that now.
It's about recruitment.
In college makes a difference. That's why you see a lot of people decommitting and all that when coaches move.
Yep. And but the transfer portal now.
But at the same time, especially in basketball of all other sports, people want to play for the teams that their idols and them played for. So you're going to see people going to steal Kentucky because they like, Anthony, all them, and all them came out of there. Yeah, that just one man leaving doesn't change the whole organization.
I promise it does. It does. It does.
I don't know.
They only went. They mentioned Cal. Well,
we going to see next year.
NBA.
We going to see next
year. We've had Rick Pitino. We've had Tubby Smith, CT. We've had.
De'Aaron Fox said he went to the UK because of Coach K. John Wall went there because of Coach K.
But that's for selfish reasons.
Coach Cal.
CT, think about what you said. Those guys said they went there for Coach Cal. That was for personal gain, meaning they knew that he's known to get people to the NBA, so they're going to
just like he was at Memphis, when he was with Derrick Rose, and before he got to UK, he was still winning.
That was Derrick Rose, but he didn't do that like you said.
What do you mean? At Memphis, he got to the championship game. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. Okay.
Coach Cal.
Did he win?
He lost to Kansas, Bill Self.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
But his resume's up there. You act like he's just.
I watched that game. I remember I was with Aaron down in Atlanta when I watched that game.
But that's Rose and Chris Douglas Roberts is like that.
That stuff is great on the personal level.
Recruitment, because Kyle brought these guys. They follow Kyle. If Kyle was in Iowa somewhere, they was gonna go there because of him. What are you talking about? They not just. It ain't the school.
When it comes down to the contracts and the recruitments, or the contracts and the requirements, whatever you want to say, CT, they're not saying we want to see you get everybody into the NBA. They're saying if you do that, again, that's great, but we need you to win championships.
There's 1,000 college schools, bro. That's why it's March Madness. It's so hard to do it. You act like everybody just do it. They don't do it like that.
Well, 1 in 15 years, though, CT, out of all the great teams he's had.
But he's had some great teams, bro.
Exactly.
It's hard. That's why it's called March Madness. It takes one loss, bro. Like,
but with some of these teams, CT, we should have went all the way.
He can't just run through the whole. He can't run through every team, bro. Like, he got
Coach
freshmen.
K was. Coach K was.
No, he only got. Coach K, the only. What else? How many championships Duke got? What, 5, 6? They don't got that many. UConn just took the lead, bro. Like, teams wasn't just running through. Coach K was coaching for 30, 50 years. He only got man. Yeah, I'm not hearing.
He had 903 victories, CT.
Victories, yeah, that's easy. That's winning regular season. Like, you was talking about championship.
He's won 1,200 games. Okay, yeah, championships. Okay.
You talking about games, like.
But Coach Cal wasn't even doing shit like that.
Yes, he is. Why is he getting to the tournament then? Every year, he's not just.
But he won 410 games for Kentucky.
Because he was there.
Hey, Coach K won.
A year.
CT, Coach K won 5 national championships.
5. And he was he had some great players too, seniors. He's done it different, bro.
He had some great players. CT.
He had a lot of seniors too, like, bro, Grant Hill stayed there all 4 years, bro. If Coach Cal had all his players stay 4 years, what are you talking about?
Right. So you see how that's hurting him instead of helping him?
That's not hurting him. He's helping other people's family and lives. That's what he's want to do. Like, he's not working. He's not holding these kids back in college. Like, no.
You gotta hold them back.
And these guys are flourishing in the league. What are you talking about?
You gotta hold them back, CT.
Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Shea Alexander, bro, Jamal Murray, bro. He's got these guys' lives different.
Gotta hold him back, CT, because here's the thing.
Hold who back?
Your team.
Fuck Calipari and all them motherfuckers.
Bro, he's got all these guys to the league, bro. You crazy.
But that's
the championship
not
is cool. It's 1,000 college schools, bro. Like, that can go come out of nowhere. That'd be good, bro. It's hard.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Coach K coached for 50 years and only got 5 championships, bro. Like, come on, it's hard. And he's had some great teams too.
But he was relevant.
But he didn't have a lot of, like I said, Coach Cal had a lot of freshmen just go and bounce out after their freshman year. Coach Cal had a lot of freshmen to stay.
That's what they say. You can't keep it. They made a Netflix documentary on him, one and done.
If D Book would have stayed all 4 years, it would have been ugly. Like you can't keep those guys because you know you got a wave of guys coming in. That's crazy. That's crazy. Normally
It's
it don't
nice.
happen like that.
It's nice that he's preparing them. He's getting them to the league. Like
I got
said,
Carl Anthony Towns coming in. I can't keep you, Bam. You got to go. That's
But-
crazy.
they're not looking at
Right.
that at the front office.
I can't.
No, you all right.
You what?
You are.
Huh?
What'd you say, Mom?
His contract, they're not looking at that in the front
Yes,
office.
they are. That's bringing in money, so much revenue for them. What are you talking about?
Nah, not for real.
They want you
Not
to
for
pick.
Kentucky basketball. It's not.
No, they don't. Because that money is. It almost fucks up the shit, right? Because what you really want is a player that's gonna stay 2 years, maybe 3 years, that a team's gonna get behind. But the fact that one just comes in rotation is like,
We want to put our guys from this university
It's the
in
same-
biggest basketball
it's the-
league in the world. What do you?
to round it up, to round it
What?
back,
Represent us.
it's the same as how me and Aaron was talking about being Buckeye fans watching women's basketball. You feel what I'm saying? There are people out there that are just Kentucky fans, and when them people leave, I'm still a Kentucky fan. I don't care about where you went.
Mhm.
But a lot of people, a lot of these new, like a lot of fans jump on them because of the players. They're not caring about Kentucky basketball like nowadays.
No, but you
A
say
lot of these
that
people don't know the tradition
without
and
being
history
in
about-
Kentucky. But in Kentucky, they like, well, Bam left, so who's
They
next?
want to keep having the best players come through there. They're not trying to suck. Like we like.
No,
we
it's
don't
not
have
about
to-
not wanting to have the best players come through there. Everybody wants to have the best players come through there. But when it comes to,
And that's what Cal bought, the best players through there. No, it didn't always result in a championship, but I'm sure they got far.
I think then where he may have failed as a coach, and I could be completely wrong, but where
No, he chilling in that green room.
Listen
Oh,
to
I'm
what I
happy.
said first.
My God.
Where he
Oh,
may
that's
have
it.
failed
You know it.
as a coach is convincing someone who may have already been ready to stay. Let's keep it a buck. You know when somebody's ready, but you also know what you need as a team. And if you can convince somebody to be like, come back and, win a national championship.
Because I'm going to
That
get
ain't
you there
promising.
either way.
That ain't promising. What? Come back and win.
But
the
it doesn't
national
matter.
championship,
That's
promising.
where you look better as a coach, because once you have somebody that's already been through it and knows it.
Holding back from hitting the NBA. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but that's where.
Either way.
But that's where you as the coach benefit. I don't benefit from
I'm
you
sure when
going
you
to
sit
the
as a coach, you
NBA.
I'm sure as a coach, you're sitting there in the parents' living room, and you tell them, "I'm gonna get your guy to the NBA." You're not sitting there saying, "I'm gonna make them be the best college."
You
player
are
ever."
absolutely
Like, no,
right, but you know everything
What?
is a lie. You know everything is an illusion.
That's not a lie. When Cal do it, it looks like it's happening.
We're not saying that he's not getting people to the NBA. We're saying that you can't do both equally at the same time. You can either be a good
You
coach.
can't win championships and get players to the league. Like they don't.
No,
I'm
I'm
won
saying
one
that.
championship.
because it's not like you just get a team full of freshmen and win a national championship every day. It takes a lot to do that.
It don't happen.
So you got a lot of people who stayed back behind, who probably could have went to the league, but they stayed back to keep with the team to get that championship. And that's where I'm saying Calipari may have failed. You didn't get enough players that could have gone, that were loyal enough to be like, you know what, I will stay back. So when we get this next route, we going all the way. You didn't. He didn't.
Black dude. I can't blame him.
He didn't.
Oh,
He
she's
just
good,
didn't
man.
have that.
He has so many dudes he got to the league.
And that's all I'm saying. Whether it's right or wrong,
It's gonna be a book.
you got to think. Marvin Harrison Jr. stayed back 1 year because he was like, next year we'll get it. You feel what I'm saying?
And he promised it though.
But he could. No, he didn't. But he could have went out. But he could have went out the year prior at the same pick. He's probably going to get picked this year.
I'm sure it's higher.
Either
I'm sure
way,
it's higher. That's the only reason why you would stay to build your stock and go.
Either way,
and try to be a higher.
He didn't maintain enough players that were willing to stick it out for Kentucky. They just wanted to go to the league.
For. One and done. He said you were an NBA player. If we could, we could have.
And he may be right.
Try to come here.
He may be right. He may have been telling them all I need you for is a year. And if I
need you for 4 or 5 months. I don't even need you for a year. 4 or 5 months.
But
and then I know you finna be training for the NBA. And then when I know in June comes, you finna be on the stage, and I'm gonna be in there.
And that's why
with your family and all.
And that's why he in Arkansas.
All my players at these tables, like
that's why he in Arkansas. That's why he in
my job.
That's why he in Arkansas. In his team, he didn't keep his job.
And he's gonna do the same thing right there. What's gonna be different?
And fuck around and be at Penn State in the next 5 years.
Still winning. SEC, he just went to a different team, still in the same conference.
I'm just saying.
He's kill UK. Gonna kill UK.
I almost said some hella old ass shit. I was about to say some old ass shit. I was about to say, well, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And meaning what's good for these kids ain't always gonna benefit you.
Right, that's what I was saying.
It's not going to benefit you specifically. You can do everything you want for these kids, but if you want to succeed, if you want to be great, you have to keep some of these kids back. You have to be like, hey, just stay back, get a chip, then go to the league.
Look at Coach K.
Watching Cat on Sundays on the NBA countdown, like, oh, look at my All-Stars.
Coach K can say the same thing.
Look at Julius Randle. Look at Julius Randle again. I'm watching my players every night.
But you know what? You know what the difference is? But you know what? It may not even be wrong. We may just be talking about it different. The difference is all them players that you named, none of them got a ring. Not one of them got a ring. It don't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, KD's different. What did KD have to do to get the ring?
No, I said AD.
AD.
Oh.
KD didn't go to Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Anthony Davis.
KD went to Texas, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Who else got a ring?
AD, Jamal Murray.
Cat. Maxey went to UK.
Maxey ain't got no ring.
No, but he's good.
He's just naming niggas now. And even Jamal Murray and AD needed somebody else to get it.
It don't matter.
I'm just saying. We talked about Jordans and them. We talked about people who lead their teams. Jordan didn't just go to college for 1 year and leave.
Right.
You have to learn.
He wasn't that good too.
But tomato. You have to learn. You have to learn to be a leader. At the end of the day, it's a lot harder to learn to be a leader in the NBA than it is in college. So if that means stay back a year, we know you great. We know you could go to the league and probably be somebody, but let's go to the league and know all of the knowledge to be the real somebody you could be. Why not?
A lot of those guys already now out of high school, but they don't let them the rules. So
no, what it is the world is so capitalistic that everybody thinks they need money so bad that they can't risk being great. Being great takes sacrifice. Sacrifice includes monetary as well.
Well, I just think it's stupid they let other sports go out of high school, so why not make it basketball?
And even if they
And
did,
it was at a point in time, it was basketball, so they changed it and they took it away and they brought it back. And they
and
changed
even
it
if they
again.
did, what the moral of the story is, I'm gambling on the guy that gave me 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are athletically sound and you stuck around to learn the game, oh yeah, when you get there, you gonna know how to do something.
But a lot of those dudes don't even want to go to classes and school and stuff. But
A lot of times you don't have to.
that's why you go to Coach K.
A lot of
Coach
times
Cal.
you don't have to.
Don't worry, go to UK, couple months, and get up out of there.
But we ain't gonna keep going. We at 2:05. Do we got anything else to bring up before we wrap this bitch?
NBA playoffs coming up. Play.
Ready for that?
Yeah, I just need my Cavs to get back healthy, man.
My hit them tonight. Go to Doc Rivers, man. They should have kept Griffin, man.
They should have what?
Kept Griff, the first coach that was 30-13 with him.
So how does it go to Doc then?
Cause they suck with Doc.
It sounds like it should go to the Bucks then, right?
Right.
Not Doc. Doc's doing what he can. The Bucks made that decision.
Stay where he was on TV. I just think Griff could have kept that spot. Good, and Adrian Griff.
That's the organization then that needs to hit the showers. You can't give it to Doc.
Doc is just I don't know. To me, I thought he was gonna come in and make the team better.
All you can do is the best you can do. They gonna give
Put
you
his
the
little
job.
ingredients on the team.
You can't be mad at him for doing him. And at the same
Right.
time, I don't think it's all him. You got Giannis and Dame together. How much coaching you gonna do? What coaching and what you want me to do? You want me to drop some plays for these niggas that they're not gonna run because they're a fast break
They
team?
do run it. What do you mean? They not just not running the play.
They run the little screens and shit, but they ain't running plays.
I'll be watching, especially out of timeouts and stuff. Like, they're not draw up on this play.
Doc ain't drawing up shit.
Clipboard.
Doc ain't drawing up shit. Doc ain't drew up shit since Boston.
You definitely be over with the clip. But you think you're a point guard, got that point guard mindset, so.
Doc ain't drew up shit since Boston.
Gonna make it come back.
I seen you a picture of it with the clipboard drawing up.
Who's my hit'ems going? I know the early one went to Terrell Suggs for that bullshit. That is crazy. Starbucks, my nigga. Starbucks and a gun don't even go
He
together.
must be from Arizona.
You know what's fucked up? Like, real talk, I don't even mean to say it like that, but it's the truth. Gun in school goes together more than gun in Starbucks.
Whoa.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, bro.
Whoa.
That's the crazy thing about it.
No school with it. No, kids ain't got nothing to do with that.
You absolutely right, but you see it happening all the time.
You don't see it happening. Oh, I was ready to
I'm not saying nothing crazy. I'm just saying you see that happening all the time. Gun in
I'm sure Starbucks happen more
Starbucks.
often. We just don't hear about it from
Ain't no gun in Starbucks. We ain't never happened.
Sure it is.
I bet you can look that up. It ain't no gun in Starbucks. Ain't nobody died in Starbucks.
The way Starbucks be popping off there.
Starbucks like Disney
Starbucks
World.
violent.
They'll keep you alive till they get you off the property.
Probably on YouTube.
But God bless anybody involved in any of that. CT gave his hit him. Susie hit him out. Buy me some time.
Period that CT kept talking about.
Man, you try to be hard on Cali.
I ain't being hard on him. We just didn't end up living up to his expectations that were.
What are you talking about, Cal?
Yeah.
You clowning. Look how many players. You got way more players than the NBA.
I don't know if I'm giving him organizationally. I understand what you're saying.
As a fan,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
As a Kentucky fan, boo-hoo.
okay.
I will say Jizzy for no, I'm just playing. I had it too. But I was thinking about it while y'all was arguing about Calipari. Fuck, hold up.
That's like a high school coach happy all his college players. All his high school players going to college somewhere. You got to be happy, especially D1.
Well, no, that's different. No, that's completely different.
It's the league. They going to the biggest
That's
league in the
completely
world.
different, though. A high school coach knows that they have that kid for at least 2 to 3 years. And they only have them for 2 to 3 years because you have to go through freshmen unless you're pulling that freshman up to varsity.
Like I said, as a high school coach, happy that the players are all going to Division 1. I'm not saying keeping them all. Of course, you got to stay in high school all 4 years.
No, I agree there.
But would you be happy if you was a high school coach and you had a team full of D1 players and they all went Division 1? A lot of routes could have happened. A lot of things could have messed up.
Of course.
Blah blah blah. But
of course.
Went D1,
but the thing that I would be happy. I would be elated. But the thing that you're missing is that does not guarantee I keep my job.
What? Boy. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, that's not the way. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works.
You got college coaches all in this school.
I can have D1. I can have D1 prospects out the ass. What am I doing for the school I'm playing for or coaching for?
What?
I said I could have D.
Obviously, you're winning. You're not. It might not be championships. It might not be state titles.
You don't gotta win to have. You don't gotta win to have D1 prospects. You don't gotta win to have D1 prospects. Matter of fact, I might even be able to argue it's easier to have it on a losing team.
You do, for you to have coaches,
because then you really get to see who stands out.
You gotta be winning. You gotta be winning. Ain't no way you losing. You got D1 teams in the building.
No, you still get recruits.
You do low school, majors, but
D1 is D1 though. D1
is them in the building. You got a team full of those type of players.
The division is really just, if you break it down, it's the viewership. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wants to be D1.
Duke.
What you mean?
You saying, man, USI is not Ohio State. Like they both D1, but they're not the same.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but that's still even.
Robert Morris is D1, but
those are just levels. That's just levels to it. You get into D1 because you have the opportunity to shoot at the high motherfuckers. Some people just get wait. Some people just get on. Some people just increase their draft stock by playing the game of their life against that team that they was hoping to play against.
Why did I just get a college?
It's a lot of D1 motherfuckers that don't get a chance to show nothing, show no shine.
Right. Look at Calipari's son. Signed him and didn't do shit with him.
Marcus, listen.
He was whack.
He's still. We got to go for he beat the shit out of Calipari verbally.
Call a spade a spade.
I still
No.
can't remember my hymns.
Kyle happy in them green rooms still and making bread.
You making bread, but you're not getting paid to do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he is. Get some players to college. Get some players to the pros. They repping us. All of them. Repping UK.
I really am drawing a flat out blank. Like
I'm telling you.
They all watching them boys on Sundays and Mondays and Tuesdays. They probably watching tonight. Who they got tonight on TV? D-Book. Sure, Kyle watching them.
Oh, I ain't gonna give it to the coach. Hit the Showers, the Suns all together.
Frank Vogel, former Lakers coach.
I ain't gonna give it to him just by itself. Give it to the Suns.
You gotta give it to him too, because he's trash too.
No, I guess you gotta give it to him because at least you're not mediating. But they said that there's been, hostility in that locker room. It's easy to see why.
They look good. All right, they looking decent. They good.
But you
They
can't.
good. Playoffs coming.
You're not gonna be able to go far with hostility in the locker room.
Kobe and Shaq did it. I think it's all good.
But this is not a Kobe and Shaq situation.
Everybody go through some every year. Keep your fume fired. Let's go. I think they're gonna be ready.
I don't know.
Ready.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. Y'all got anything?
Like I said, may the best team win. Playoffs is coming up.
Yes, sir.
It looks like what I said is gonna hold true.
What?
Y'all gonna be facing the Warriors in the play-in.
That's fine, and I'll be going ahead cheering my boy Steph.
You gonna cheer for Steph?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
You know that's my second favorite player of all time behind Kobe Bryant.
I understand, but over your team?
We'll beat them again. We already beat them in the play-in before.
But if I cheer for him every year, if my team's not in the playoffs or if he beats us, I cheer for him every year.
I mean, I know you do, but I didn't know over your team.
I didn't say over my team. I'm saying I'm predicting that they probably will beat us because they're a great fucking team. You know what I mean? They've been doing this.
With AD healthy, full and healthy, we'd be ready.
So what I'm saying is if they beat us, you know what I mean? I'm always riding with them just off the strength of Steph. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not saying I want to see them beat us. I'd rather see us win. But if they do, I'm not shocked, and I'm riding with Steph.
All
He's
right.
coming.
Like CT rides with Braun.
D-Lo ready.
All right.
Mm-hmm. That's my nigga, man.
I mean, I fuck with Steph too. You know, how versus everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Versus everybody.
With light skin and fast skin.
But, yeah.
You know, I'm on this 2K.
I can see y'all taking that though. Yeah, we all though.
But the Lakers, nah, it's possible. It depends on
I can
their
see
health.
y'all taking that.
It'd be hard though. Look, Clay like he playing good ball lately.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Draymond out there and don't get suspended, they should be good.
That's the issue. I can see y'all taking that though. I'll say it like that. But like, subscribe, share, tell a friend and tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all next week. We out this bitch.
Fuck
So,
CT.
Damn.
Dang, just like that.
Ooh shit.
yeah,
Almost.
that's dope.